This is an overview of how to configure our recommended setup for best matched account. I'm already in setup of Salesforce, so I'm going to navigate to custom metadata types. Once here, I'm going to find the full cast policy rules and select manage records. I'm going to add a new record. I'm brought to a screen where there's several fields for me to fill out. Let's give an overview of the fields first before we dive into actually configuring any of the rules. The label can be anything you'd like. It's usually a label for explaining what is this rule actually doing. So if I'm matching names, I might call it like a name match, or websites, I might call it website match. The policy rules name is just an auto-generated API name. Module in this case will always be best matched account. We have several different modules in which rules can be configured. And so as you fill in best match account, it ties in with that specific feature. Order has to do with the funneling order. So in the documentation, we've specified that you want to fill in your funnel with as many match results as possible for the first order, and then using subsequent rule sets, orders 2, 3, 4, you can narrow down the matches that were provided in the first rule set. Criteria, we have 3 options: field compare, literal, and tiebreaker. Field compare compares the field specified in the right-hand side here, field 1 and field 2. Literal compares a value specified in field 1 versus a value written out here in the string field. And a tiebreaker is essentially breaking a tie if there's multiple matches available. The tiebreaker will order things the tiebreaker will order things in field 2, either ascending or descending. Conditions can be and or. If it's a tiebreaker, it's max or min, ascending or descending. String here is the string value that you put in if you're using literal. Field 1 object is usually the lead, and then the field is the API name of the field that you're using to compare. Operator, equal to, and you have several operators available to you. Those are also specified and based on the field type, which operators can be used. The field 2 object is account, and the field 2 field is the API name of the field on the account that you're using to compare. So for us to set up the name match first, we will type in name match. That will fill in best matched account for the module. Order is 1. We are comparing the fields. The condition will be an or. String will be left blank. Field 1 object is a lead. Field 1 is company. This will be equal to. Field 2 object is account, and field 2 is name. So what this is saying is compare what value is in the company on the lead to the account name. And if the 2 are equal to, then we are seeing this as a match. The or condition will come in later as we add additional criteria. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Once saved, I'm going to clone, and I'm going to add another match criteria. This one, we'll delete out the API name first, is going to be website. We can leave best matched account. Our order is still 1. We're comparing fields, and our condition is also or. String can be left blank. Lead object is fine. This is domain underscore key underscore C. Actually, I believe it is FCIO1 underscore domain key. And it is the same thing on the account. If you're using things like a website field, you can also use it instead. This domain key uses our logic, our clean domain logic, which cleans out various top-level domains, redirects, etc. But if you were to use website, you would just plug in the API name for website here. In our case, we will do this. And then we'll hit save. And we're going to add one more for country matching. So we're going to clone this again. And we will clear out our API name. Call this country match. Mod order 1, field compare, and condition is actually going to be and. Lead for the country match will be just country. And for the account, we will use billing country. You could also use shipping country if you use your shipping address instead of your billing. In this case, we will use this and save. So as I look at my 3 rules that I've specified here, and we're going to have to go back to the metadata and go back to managing records on the policy rules, we've got our 3. These 2 were ORs, and the country match was an and. So what this says is the website or the name can match, and the country must match. So in the case of Fullcast as a lead company and Fullcast as a company on the account, that is a positive match. However, if the country on the lead is United States and the country on the account is France, that does not count as a match. Same thing for website and country. So for us to get a positive match, we need to have both a website match and a country match, or a name match and a country match. And that's how you configure our recommended setup for best matched account.